All right, Shalom, Shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Shema Shai, Bashim Kadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders, a great millstone. Citation, you brothers pushing this word with truth, sincerity, with charity. All right, first thing I'm going to do is say fair use, fair use. I'm not using anything for purpose of making any money. This is all informational purposes only. All right. Now this movie, all right, it's called Goodbye Uncle Tom, right? Now, I'm trying to look for a scene that's okay. There we go. So this movie is called Goodbye Uncle Tom. All right. Now this movie is based on things that actually happened to the Israelites during slavery. All right, and if you can see, this one has a chain on his neck. All right, and then Jake got chains on their necks and their arms. Right, and this is just some of the things that this movie can show. I've been in the truth for a while, and I've been knowing about this movie since I've been in the truth, since YouTube really came on the scene. It's really been out for a while, and I still ain't able to get through the first 20 minutes of it because it's that vexing. But when you watch this movie, it really wrap your mind around the atrocities, all right, that was done to our people during the triangular slave trade, and a lot of stuff that really was going on. All right, they got in this Joel 3:3 that I got pulled up right here. All right, this is actually prophecy. All right. So I'm going to read Joel 3. I'm going to start at 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which is the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, I will also gather all nations and will build them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. So that's when the Lord is taking away the captivity from us. He's going to bring everybody into the Yahweh Shaphat, because that's what that means. Yahweh's judgment. All right, because of what they did to the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? And I will plead them for my people, for my heritage, Yasharallah, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, and they have cast lots for my people. 25, 35, 45 sold. All right, and they show you that all through history on what they did to us, man. That's all through history. Now, they trying to erase the fact that a lot of this stuff happened to us, but it's clear evident that these things have happened to us. All right. You can even ask AI that. All right. So it says, they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right. And they have cast lots for my people, and had given a boy for an harlot, and have sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Right. Now, when you go into this movie, all right, when you go into this movie, Goodbye Uncle Tom, all right, it gives you a clear, all right, understanding on the madness of these Idumeans. All right, it give you the it really show you what they was on. They show you how the black woman had the Israelite woman would put makeup on the young boys. All right, and I mean, even the fact that they put it in the movie. All right, and they still had them do it. And most of the women was big mamas. They was heavy set women. All right, and they put the makeup on them, and they taught them how to gyrate. I'm doing a sit down. And they taught them how to gyrate, and they taught them how to do that to attract the Idumean men, to appease them, man. Which is really Stockholm syndrome. All right, for them to love their damn master so much, you'll turn your damn sons and your grandsons and your nephews and your cousins into sodomites. All right, that death is a better option to see that happening. But of course, you see that today, even today. But this movie is that graphic. All right, Goodbye Uncle Tom. And it's still on YouTube. They'll take our movies down. They'll take our videos down if we show, all right, some of the graphicness of this video, all right. But yet they'll say that we're showing inappropriate, all right, inappropriate content, but yet this fucking movie is up, all right? So, all right, let me get another one, right? Let me go back to the scriptures, all right? You know, it says, yeah, oh, what you have to do with me, oh Tyre and Zidon, which is Ham, and all the coast of Palestine. All right, will ye render me a recompense? And if you render me a recompense, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense on your own head. Right? So Ham and Ishmael, all right. Now let me go to this, right? All right. All right. We gonna ask the AI. All right. Let's ask AI. How bad was Arab slavery come to whatever I spell wrong, they'll get it together. There we go. All right. All right. It says slavery, whether in Arab, Islamic world, or America, was violent and dehumanizing, but the two systems are different in structure, scale, racial ideology, and brutality. So comparing them requires care. Here is a balance, historical grounds, and overview, right? So here you go. Arab slavery, Islamic slavery, all right, lasted over 1,200 years. Hold on, let me you got to play the word game with Esau. All right. Okay. Okay. So it's referring to the same thing, right? So here we go. Arab and Islamic slavery lasted over 1,200 years, 7th century to the 20th century in some regions, involving Middle East, North Africa, East Africa, and parts of Central Asia, right? Because why? Because we lived in these parts as well, all right? The exact numbers are uncertain, but historians estimate 10 to 18 million Africans taken. When you see this word African, replace it with Israelite. All right, transatlantic slavery, American slavery, lasted roughly 350 years, 1500s to the 1860s, right? 1500s to the 1860s, moved 12.5 million Africans, which is Israelites, across the Atlantic, with about 10.7 million surviving the Middle Passage. The U.S. held 4 million slaves by 1860. Do you hear this shit? So 18 million plus 12 million. 10 to 18 million. That's just Ishmael, what Ishmael did. And then you got 12.5 million that these fucking Idumeans did. All right? That you got these that Idumeans did. All right? Hey son, you gotta be quiet. Daddy doing a lesson. Come sit down. Come sit down next to Daddy. All right? It's okay, man. Daddy doing a sit down. Just chill out. All right? So, come on, you gotta be quiet, son. Daddy doing a sit down. Come on. Yeah, Daddy almost done. Done. Chill out. It says slavery. It says two, racial ideology. Slavery was not officially race-based. People of many ethnic, which is bullshit. However, African slaves would reportedly target, right, disproportionately targeted, and ideas connecting blackness to severity developed over time in certain regions. Slavery became explicitly racial, but built on the idea that Africans were biologically inferior and suited for enslavement. Race became, all right, legally and culturally embedded, right? So when you look at Ishmael, all right, and Ham, they was big parts in this, man. This is Ham, Tyree, and Zidon. Palestine is talking about Ishmael, all right. So the Lord got something for y'all too. It said, and if you will recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I recompense upon your own head, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold to the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. All right, so this happened. You going to mommy? Okay, go to mommy. All right. So this is happened. Now you got us all the way over here. You got Benjamin scattered, New York, all over the place, Chicago. All right. You got Levi everywhere, and so forth with the tribes, man. Judah everywhere. The scriptures say we got scattered. All right. Not just sent to one part of the world, and we all got on the first flight back, all right, to our homeland, which is bullshit. Which is complete bullshit. All right. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28, right? I'm gonna hit a couple scriptures. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just, and I like to bring this one out a lot, right? Because this is a key point. This Deuteronomy 28:48. This is one of the curses that happened to us. Therefore shall thy serve thy enemy, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right? Now check this out. Now we're gonna show you something, right? I'm gonna show you something. Now let's see what images pop up. Ooh. Look, this ain't a real one right here. You see this one stroking your iron partner stock. No. What do you see? You see Jake. You see tools that they use with Jake. Where the fuck you see them damn them imposters at? All right? Where you see them imposters at? Now, historically, where this shit happened to them? All right? Well, look at this. It's a whole video on TikTok. Look at this. Saw whole statues about them having a. This is prophecy right here. When did this happen to Amalek? Let's go back to these images and see if these the little hats. All right. Let's see if you see any of them. This is fucking. That ain't no real yoke of iron. Which that nigga clean as hell. Look at that bullshit. Look at this. Look at this. You see, all it's all referring to Israelites. All right. Let's see what AI say. All right. It says, AI, the term yoke of iron primarily has two meanings: a literal metal coupling device and a prominent biblical metaphor for severe and inescapable bondage or oppression. In the Bible, the yoke of iron is a potent symbol of God's judgment and the consequence of disobedience, signifying a harsh and unbreakable servitude. Who the fuck is going through that? It says literal and physical. The physical can also refer to actual physical objects, which is talking about a physical object. So explain to me, when did this happen to anybody else besides the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? Because whether you want to believe it or not, a lot of the Northern Kingdom at one point in time was indistinguishable from the Southern Kingdom. All right, when you read a book, Nation Knows No Color Lines, and it goes into all right, how the Reubenites, all right, they all got classified. We all got classified as black. All right, but but over the time, Jake lightened up. All right, but really, hey, we were all shades of the ground. All right, but the Southern Kingdom was predominantly dark skinned at the time. You got to remember that the Northern Kingdom went into captivity under the Syrians, man. All right, but that's a whole nother sit down. All right. Hey, look, if you look at a Puerto Rican, sometimes when they grow their beard out, it's hard to tell if they Ishmael or Puerto Rican, man. Why? Because they was in that captivity. Why have you mingled in a little bit, deal with their women, but by the time they came out, hey, the damage was done. All right. So with that, I just want to give all praise and honor, glory to Yahweh Shema Shai Bashim Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, you brothers, pushing this word with truth, sincerity, with charity. Shalom and a Bible ball.